What's going on, YouTube, man? It's your boy Jrose, all that good stuff, man. I really got to tell you guys this crazy story that happened to me over the past week and this past weekend, bro. Like, it included so many things, and it was just such a downfall from the beginning. Like, it was one thing after another, and it just kept getting worse and worse. But, you know, me and the fam, we fought through it. We made it through, and we're here today. So, you know, without further ado, I'm going to get into this crazy story, man. And hopefully you guys enjoy my, I guess, it's kind of tragic, story. So let me tell you how it went. So to begin with, me and my family, we were going to North Carolina, Charlotte to go watch a football game. The Eagles were playing the Carolina Panthers. I'm an Eagles fan. My brother's a Panthers fan. And, you know, we've never been to Carolina, never been to Charlotte, blah, blah, blah. So, like, yeah, we'll go see our teams play each other. It'll be kind of cool. You know, we both liked our respected teams for, you know, like 20 years, dang near. So we wanted to see them play each other in person because it'd be the first time. So that being said, about 4 or 5 months ago, you know, we bought the tickets. We bought the plane tickets. We got the hotel, blah, 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 blah. We did all the stuff, you know. We're like 5 months planned ahead. So the day comes, we leave on a Saturday, this past Saturday, and we fly from, our flight is from LAX to Dallas to Charlotte. And we're like, all right, cool. So about 2 months ago, no, maybe a month ago, our flight from LAX to Dallas was supposed to leave at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., but they postponed it to leave at like 11:30ish. So we got postponed about 4 or 5 hours. And we're like, oh, you know, it's okay. But now instead of the entire trip taking about 8 hours, the entire trip's taking like 10 hours, you know, from LAX all the way to Charlotte, you know. So it's like an extra 2 hours that we don't need, you know, longer layover in Dallas, blah, 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 blah. So with that being said, we were supposed to leave at like 10:30 or 11 from LAX to Dallas, and then at like 4 or something from Dallas to Charlotte. We get to the airport, all's well, you know, we check into our flights, blah, blah, blah. And if you guys have ever flown Southwest, you know, you get your little, they hand out your seating thing, you know, it's like A, B, C, and then 1 through 60. You know, it's not, you don't pick your seat, it's first come, first serve pretty much, unless you pay for the specific seat that you want. So we do that, we get that, blah, blah, blah. We're at Southwest at LAX, we go through everything, blah, blah. If you've ever, like I said, if you've ever flown Southwest, you know when you go through the Southwest at LAX, there's like however many gates, like all the way through. But then, like after the security check, there's gate 9 that's like right up top instead of all the other gates, like where all the food and everything is. If you know what I'm talking about, then you can picture it. It doesn't really make sense if you've never been there. So whatever, our flight's at gate 9. I'm like, gate 9 is like kind of nasty. Like, I've never been to gate 9. Every time I fly, you know, like I used to go to school in Milwaukee, so I go to Milwaukee, I fly at the further gates down. Like, this is the closest gate I've ever been to. So, you know, it was already a start, like, oh, what the hell's going on? It wasn't a big deal, but it's like, whatever. So we walk up there real quick to see what's going on, and it's like, you know, not many people are up there. It's like a lot of, like, overweight people, like, sitting there, like, okay, I mean, like, I don't have anything against overweight people, but that's, like, what I saw. And after that, we go to the bar that's like where the regular gates are. You know, we're about to get something to drink. So this is where everything started to go wrong. You know, just everything wasn't in our favor the whole trip. So we get to the bar. Me and my parents, we all ordered mimosas, and my brother ordered something else. And the mimosas, the champagne they gave us was this garbage cheap, like, type college champagne that you buy. Like, it was the boo-boo champagne, not the normal one that they have there, because we've got mimosas from there before that had good champagne. So we're like, oh, whatever, man, you know, it is what it is, you know, champagne, you know, the mimosa tasted okay, but still it's like, you know, give us some better service, you feel me? And then my brother ordered some drink, but got served a whole different drink, and it's like, what the heck? And then we talked to some other lady that didn't serve us, and she said that they don't even have the drink my brother ordered. So what did the guy that made the drink give him to my brother? So it's like, what the hell? That wasn't a big part of, like, the whole downfall. That was just like a what the fuck in the beginning. So after that, we get our drinks, and then we go over to the gate because, you know, we're about to board, blah, blah, blah. Walk up to the gate, see like 15 wheelchairs with like old people and obese people, like overweight people, like waiting. And, they got to get on first because, it's tougher for them to move amongst the, what's it called? Whatever it's called inside the plane. Can't think of the word right now. It's tougher for them to move around. So it's like, all right, cool. We're like like the mid B's to get on. So we're after all the A's and like midway through the B's of our seating. So we're waiting, blah, 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 blah. And then my brother gets a text message from Southwest that says our flight was canceled from Dallas to Charlotte. And we're over there like, what the heck? This is while the A's are boarding. So the A's are lined up, getting ready. So our flight gets canceled from Dallas to Charlotte. And we're like kind of pissed. We're just like, there'll be another flight, blah, blah, blah. So our flight from Dallas to Charlotte gets canceled. And, we start tripping. So we go up to like the front desk, where they have everything. And we're like, yeah, you got to put us on another flight. We got a game to be at the next day. And that's 1 p.m. Eastern. So 1 p.m. Eastern is the time we have to be in Charlotte at the game. So we can't be there no later. So we're talking to people. And if any of you guys know my dad, my dad don't play nothing, bro. Like if it's his way or the highway. Like, trust me, that's how I grew up. It's his way or the highway. So we're in there talking to the people. And they're like, not helpful at all, bro. They're just like really unhelpful. Like, they're not doing nothing. Like, yeah, it's not their fault their flight's canceled, but they're not doing anything to help us get on another flight so we can get there and see the game. Like, we've had this plan for the past 5 months, like I was saying. So while we're talking to them, they're just like, can't do nothing. And my dad starts to raise his voice because, he's big macho man. He's got to let him know who's boss, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I'm just sitting back watching because when my dad gets angry at other people, that's not me. Like, it's kind of funny for me, you feel me? Because, I'm so used to it being directed towards me, but it's directed towards someone else. So it's like, let's go. So, it's kind of funny. But with that being said, they're not really doing anything to help us. And, they start calling the B's. All the B's get on the plane. And we're trying to find how to get on another flight, but they don't have anything. Like, they're canceling all these flights. So we started looking at Southwest, and they don't have any other flights we can get on. So, it's kind of last second. Our flight's boarding. It's like, what do we do? Do we, get on a different airline? Do we blah, blah, blah? Do we even get on this flight right now? And the guy says the next flight we can get you on is tomorrow morning. And we're like, okay, what time tomorrow morning? And this dude says 2:35 p.m. That's not in the morning. That's in the afternoon. 2:35 p.m., that's after the game. We need to be there before 1 o'clock. And with that being said, we need to be there probably by 12 p.m. So we have an hour to get to the game because it's going to be busy. And, like, that was impossible. Like, flights are canceled, blah, 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 this and that. Everything's canceled, bro. So we're, like, scrambling. Like, my dad's already going off. My brother's getting mad. My mom starts getting mad. I'm just sitting back, watching the show. I'm kind of mad, but, they don't need a fourth person talking crazy to them. Because, when I start talking crazy, it's going to, it's going to get crazy. But that's besides the point. So, it's a mess. Everybody's looking at us. I don't really care, Look at me if you want, you feel me? But yeah, so everybody's looking at us, and they call the C's. So it's like everybody else is on the plane, blah, blah, blah. We're low-key those people that are, like, holding everybody up. I don't care. Like, you can't just cancel our flight, but we've had these plans for, 5 months, 6 months. And, we're waiting there. We're talking amongst each other. We're like, we have to get on this plane to get to Dallas, and we got to figure it out from there, blah, blah, blah. So the people tell us that, yeah, get on this flight to Dallas, and you can get your bags in Dallas. Remember this. You can get your bags in Dallas. Remember this for later in the video. So they say we can get our bags in Dallas. And we're like, yeah, okay, like, we're still pissed. But we got on the flight, blah, blah, blah. Like, they don't have anything for us. There's no other Southwest flights that can get us from Dallas to Charlotte that night on Saturday. So my brother starts looking at other airlines, like, while we're in the little catwalk, the little walkway between the airport and the plane. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, whatever. So we're in there. My brother starts looking at other planes. And I'm like, damn, like, now we got to sit in the middle seats, like, I had B something. I was going to get, like, a row with my family, and, someone's going to get an aisle seat. We would have been sitting together. But now we're going to be sitting scrambled all over the plane, I mean, it's only like a 2.5 hour flight, 2 hour flight. It's not that big of a deal, but still. So my brother starts looking at other things, and he looks up on American Airlines. So he finds a flight on American Airlines that would take it was like a 5:30 flight from Dallas to, I think it was like, don't think about the times too much, but whatever. It was like a flight. So like once we would supposedly land in Dallas, the flight from Dallas to Charlotte would be in an hour, if that makes sense. I'm not 100% sure on the times. This happened like 5 days ago. So we get on the plane. My brother gets these tickets, but he's got to pay like $1,000 for all 4 of us. So like $250 each a ticket. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, an extra $1,000 when we already had these tickets scheduled, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like, damn, like, like Southwest don't really mess with us. Like they couldn't do nothing. And then it's like, forget Southwest. My brother's like, I'm never flying Southwest again. This is some bullshit. I was like, yeah, he's right. So we get on the plane, and pretty much, I gotta look out for my family first. So I get them all aisle rows, and I take the middle seat, because I'm the big homie. I'm the glue. I keep everybody together. You feel me? So we all spread out, but I get a middle seat next to 2 shorties, but they weren't 2 shorties I was interested in. You feel me? So we get on the plane, and I'm just on my phone listening to music. Probably fall asleep for about 30 minutes, but whatever. So right when we land, my dad is looking at the flight from like this is like, when you're in the air, you get like 20 minutes before you land, you start getting service again. So around that time, my dad got some service, and he was looking at the flight my brother got. Oh shit. So when we get on the plane, we wait a whole hour before we take off. So we're sitting on the plane in our seats, and we wait an entire hour before we take off, bro. An entire hour. And like I said, when we land in Dallas, we'll have an hour to get to our next flight. So we're not going to make that now because we haven't taken off. So we take off an hour after already being boarded, blah, 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 because we're waiting for people or some flight attendants. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, we're, we got service again, and we're in the air. My dad looks at the flight, and we're flying from LAX to Dallas Love. That's the airport. But where the flight that we're supposed to take is from Dallas Fort Worth to Charlotte. So my brother booked a flight from Fort Worth, which is like 30 minutes from Dallas Love Airport, because there's 2 airports. Dallas is the big city. So we're like, wow. So now we're definitely not making that flight after waiting an hour. And then we got to go another 30 minutes in Uber there. So it's like, oh my God, it's just one thing on another, on top of another, on top of another, blah, 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 blah. And, it's pissing us off, we're not happy about it, Trying to catch some heads, you feel me? Once we figure out that it's to Fort Worth, we, get off the plane. It takes forever for us to get off the plane. We're just waiting. Probably waited 15 minutes after we were already, landed and at the gate, blah, blah, blah. It's just, everything was so time consuming, we're kind of on a tough schedule. So we get to Dallas Love, and we're waiting. We finally get off the plane. We go to baggage claim. Remember what I said. Our bags will be in Dallas. We can get our bags in Dallas. That's what they told us. So we get to the baggage claim, and as we literally as we walk from because there's not really a door, but it's like it's like here, baggage claim sign. As soon as we step under the baggage claim sign, the big speaker goes off and says, all flights into Dallas, you can no longer receive your bags. Some crap like that. So pretty much everybody that has connecting flights from Dallas to somewhere else, the bags are not available to get from the baggage claim today. Because they started canceling a bunch of flights. So pretty much people that flew into Dallas and they're leaving from Dallas, they can get their bags. But the people that are flying, from Dallas to New York, Dallas to Charlotte, Dallas to somewhere in Florida, all those people, their bags are going to continue on to their destination at a later date. So we're like, what does this mean? So we can't get our bags right now? Yeah, we couldn't get our bags when we got to Dallas. Like them Southwest mofos said, we could. And it's like, what the hell? I need my bags. I need my Eagles jersey. Fly, Eagles, fly, you know? Like, I'm going to walk to the game raw booty naked or something? Like, do they not understand? But whatever. So we get there, we're waiting, and then, like, we figure out that we still got to go to Dallas because this is another flight in an hour. So my brother gets on the phone, and actually my mom gets on the phone trying to book a flight, and she's got an hour and a half wait time with the American Airlines. So my brother does a little smart thing, and he calls the Spanish version, and he gets on immediately. So he starts talking to them. I call an Uber, and the Uber from one airport to the other was $111. So they're already taxing me. I'm like, oh my God, like I have to. This is my calling for the fam, the glue. So my brother gets on the phone. He calls him up, schedules us tickets. We get in the Uber, and we get to the airport. So we get to the airport, we get our tickets, and, we go through all the stuff. And, we're American Airlines, saved us, blah, blah, blah. We got on there. So everything, it's like, okay, like everything's going bad. We don't have any clothes. Like I'm wearing Crocs, sweats, and a t-shirt. Like it's just what I had on. Not really doing anything. Oh, I forgot to mention. When we were at Southwest earlier and my bags went through the little checking thing, they ripped my puffer jacket. My big nice puffer jacket. So I was pissed about that, but let's go back forward. So we get on this American Airlines flight, and flight was fine. American Airlines was cool, and we finally land in Charlotte at like 10:30 or something. So we're there. Real quick recap. We made it. We're fine. We're not gonna have our bags, and we don't know when. Blah blah blah. So when we get to Charlotte, we go to the Southwest people, and we're like, yeah, blah blah blah. This happened. This and this happened. Blah 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 blah. And they give us $100 vouchers for every 24 hours that we don't have our bags. So it's like, all right, I got a free $100. I can buy some new clothes tomorrow in the morning, and I'm just gonna have to hope I can find some Eagles gear at the game that I can buy. So we talk to the people, we let them know where to send our bags, what hotel we're gonna be at, blah 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 blah. But just as you think everything's getting better, it doesn't. So we get in the Uber to the hotel. We're in Charlotte, everything's fine. We're definitely making the game tomorrow for sure. We get in the Uber on our way to the hotel. We're staying at the DoubleTree at Hilton. We stayed at Hilton's. All my life I've stayed at Hilton's with my parents because they got some honors or Hilton's, whatever the thing is. So yeah, we're staying at the Hilton. Where we get there, and as we arrive, it's whatever. I'm on my phone watching the friggin' Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, so I'm not really paying attention to what's going on. So we booked this room, and it's on I think it was the 5th floor. And this hotel, normally you see a hotel, you walk in, there's the front desk, elevators take you up, blah blah blah. This place has a bunch of different elevators. So it has, you walk in, way to the left is an elevator that only goes from 1 to 3, and then down to that hallway, all the way to the right is another pair of elevators that goes 1 through 4. And then there's another, when you get to the front desk, you go past the front desk, kind of far to the right. Then there's elevators 1 through 6. So we go elevators 1 through 6. We get there, and it says it doesn't work. We press the button, and it doesn't work. So okay, what the hell? So then we walk back to the front desk, and we tell the dude, yeah, the elevators don't work. And he's like, oh, blah, 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 I'm sorry, I didn't know, I just got here. I was like, okay, whatever. He just got here, he didn't know. But the elevators don't work, 5 flights of stairs? Come on, bro. I ain't got time for that. I've already had a tough day. I need put some actual shoes on these Crocs. I've been in them all day. I'm just trying to relax and go to bed. So we go back to the 1 through 3 elevator, and that doesn't work. We go to the 1 through 4 elevator, and that doesn't work. So we're like, all right, whatever, let's take the stairs. But, it's okay because we don't have our luggage. We just got some backpacks and mom's purse, whatever. So we get to the 5th floor, and, we kind of takes us forever to find the room because it's really confusing. So we open the room. As soon as you open the room, right to the right is a trash can full of trash. What? So it's full of trash. Then you walk in, there's a couch, then there's a door, and then 2 beds, and then a bathroom. So we walk in, we look to the left, and a bed isn't made up. It looks like someone just slept in it. One of the beds is not made up. It looks like someone just slept on it. And we're like, yo, what the heck? They didn't even clean the room. It looks like someone's currently living there with no luggage. So then me and my brother, it's low-key scary. It's oh, is somebody in here? What the heck? I just watched a slasher movie on the plane. And I'm already, like, got to get ready because I'm not trying to get, sliced up. And, we walk into the bathroom and there's a towel. There's a towel on the bathroom's counter, on the sink, that has blood on it. What? It has a little, it's not like a whole bunch of gushing blood. It had like blood from like, say you popped a pimple or like cut on your finger, like, but still it had blood on it. It's like, what the hell? So we're like, oh, hell no. So now we leave and we got to walk all the way down the stairs again to the front desk. And my dad is like, like his face is going, his face not going red, but he's mad. So he's like, blah, 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 this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then they decide to put us on the 6th floor. Like, they finally figured out, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And they put us on the 6th floor. And we're like, what the hell? Why are we going on the 6th floor? That's like hella far. And so we go on the 6th floor. This dude takes us up to the 3rd floor in the elevator and walks us to the 6th floor. But there's only one stairwell that goes to the 6th floor. Other ones are 1 through 3, and there's another one 1 through 4, like the elevator. So there's only one stairwell that can go up to 6. So we go to the 6th floor. Everything's fine, blah, blah, blah. Order some pizza and go to bed. And that ends the day. So the next day, the day before, we planned everything out, what we had to do, because we had to get clothes. We had to get something to eat. Like, I'm still in the same clothes, same underwear, blah, blah, blah. I got nothing to do. So we go to Dick's at about 10 o'clock. I buy some shorts and a shirt and some socks. My brother buys some shorts. My mom buys some new shirt, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, like, I need some new underwear. But there's no underwear at Dick's, and there's nowhere else to go. And we got to be at the game at a certain time. So, it's kind of like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, we're managing through. Like, we're all together, so we're chilling. We get ready, we go back to the hotel, shower, put our new clothes on, and then we Uber to the stadium. Get to the stadium, everything's fine, stadium, great game. The Eagles came back and won. I was going crazy, talking hella shit to my brother, blah, 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 blah. Then we leave, and go to try and find some food. So we go grab a drink at this place, and the waiter just sucks. His name was Farhat, I think, and he was boo boo waiter. After that, we were like trying to figure out if we should go home, because we still need underwear, we still need stuff, we still need other clothes, because we still have that money to spend that Southwest gave us for every 24 hours. So, oh shit. So we figure out where to go. So it's either Uber home and then like go to Macy's, get some underwear and all this type of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Or eat now and go home later. So we decided to Uber now. So we call an Uber, and we're probably waiting on the sidewalk for about an hour because like it's not working. Uber is like $30 more than Lyft, so we call Lyft. And my brother finally gets in touch with the Lyft, and it says he'll be here in like 10 minutes, whatever. 10 minutes go by, and how you can see like their location? This dude's at the end of the street, just like, chilling. And we're like, is this dude gonna come? And he like never comes. And then he cancels the ride while we had just waited about 30 minutes for this dude to come. So then my mom gets on the phone with the airline, and they said that our bags are there. And like, we're like, okay, like, cool, our bags are finally here, and they're gonna deliver them to the hotel. So we decide to go and eat now, and then go to the hotel later, because our clothes will be there. You can shower and put some fresh clothes on. So before we go and eat, we see the Uber driver. His name's like Akil or something, like some, I forget what race he is. And we like kind of like bull rush his car, like we pull up on bro, and like, what the hell, bro? Like, why you cancel the Uber, man? Blah, blah, blah. And we're like saying like, you're so-and-so. And he's like, no, that's not my name. But it's the same exact car, same license plate. And the guy looked the same as his picture. He's like, that's not my name. That's not my name. And he like drives away. It was kind of funny. But so we eat, go back to the hotel, and, we get our clothes. So it's like, woohoo, finally. So this is pretty much like the end of, I guess, the bad things. But we stayed until Wednesday, and the elevator didn't work at all throughout the whole trip. So we had to walk up the stairs every time we left, walk down every time we, every time we entered and left, we had to take the stairs. We finally got a car so we could drive. Rented a car so we could do that. But like some of the food places we went to, like barbecue's kind of big in like North Carolina, so we go to a barbecue place and they're out of ribs. It's like, come on, bro, how you out of ribs? But it was like every restaurant or any place we went to, they were always out of something we wanted, you know? And it was just like more and more little things that just kept adding up. And it just like, you know, it was annoying. But the game was great. You know, the food was actually really good when we could eat it. Everything was cool. But at the end, we figured out that Southwest canceled like over 1,000 flights that day and the day after. So Saturday, Sunday, they canceled over 1,000, like 25% of their flights. Sorry, I've been talking for a while. But yeah, they canceled a bunch of their flights. So it was pretty crazy. But overall, even with all that bull crap that went on, it was still fun. And yeah, you know, fuck Southwest. Stupid ass airline. I don't know if I'm gonna fly them anymore. Southwest K, you feel me? But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I don't even know how long this is gonna be when I edit it. But however long it is, if you stayed and watched the whole thing, appreciate you. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. We'll be out of here.